So I am gonna tackle down the rears first. The height was about 1.5 fingers, well, my fingers, and replace it with BC Racing coilovers. So I'm gonna do the rears first and then do the front afterward. Take the panels off here. The panel should be easy. I'm doing everything one-handed, so let's see if I can take it out with one hand. That's the one clip. There's another one. Okay, there should be, okay, well, he doesn't have one. A little tab, and there's another tab right behind here. So I need to get up. Okay, I got my flathead. You stick it back here, right where the clip is, and just do that. And make sure it doesn't fall, the clip, which is right here, this clip right here. I usually leave it right there so I know where it is. He's missing a clip on the left side as well, the driver's side. And, oh, he has no clip. So he only has one clip holding it. And this is easy, so he just, well, move this stuff out of the way. Right here, there's two little clips that's right there. I usually pull from the bottom. So I loosen the whole thing and then pull. And then slide it back a little bit. And that's it. I mean, if I could do it one-handed, you guys could do it a lot easier. You have to take out the 4 bolts or 2 bolts on each strut, which is right here. 1 and 2. You remove that. That's a 14mm. Sometimes on a different type of RSX, they have a brace like this, but stiffer. You have to loosen the brace because I guess the stud gets stuck in between it, so you have to loosen it so you can shake it and it drops down. Alright, so how I take those two off and this side, I use a deep socket 14mm from Craftsman and one of these ratchet 3/8 ratchet, and also I use my jack. I use the stick. I put this over it. Okay. I don't want to waste strength. I just use that. Make sure you line it up, and that's it. Yep. That's it. That's one. I leave that one still in because right now the car is jacked up, so it has a tendency to fall, and if it falls down while you're loosening the back bolt's gonna be really hard to get to or get off. Yep. Same thing again. Then pull. The back is a little bit tricky because you only have limited room. Loosen it to a point where you could just twist off by hand, like right there. And that's it. Alright, so I took out the wheels, which is right here. And the first thing I see is, I guess it's a common mistake if it's a shop doing it or even DIY people. But you can see how this nut, this is a camber by SPC. See, like this thing was not attached to here. So yeah, that's dangling, right? You could tell if it was there, it would look like this, so the dirt doesn't, get on it. And also, whoever installed this, put this bolt, because you're supposed to pull this bolt. Yeah, you're supposed to pull this bolt out. This bolt's supposed to be down here, and this longer bolt's supposed to be over here. So you can tell by the thread. This one is it's a screw, and this is a nut, and you can see it's just like barely there. So these two were switched. So so I gotta switch them back when I install it. This normally would be super easy if I had two hands, but I'm gonna do it with one hand, and also I have my trusty air tool. So we take, it's a 17, put that there, hold it by one hand, and see how easy that came off? It's because they used the wrong bolt. Yeah, when you put the wrong bolt, the length, and yeah, it becomes really dangerous. It's just, I didn't even really gun it. And of course the bottom part is the same. I use a shorter. I took off the extension. Go back here, which is the 17. Okay, looks like it's out. Okay, so right now what I gotta do is I'm gonna put a jack right here, and then I'm gonna raise it up a little bit, and this becomes loose. I'm gonna push this in and slide that out. Also, this nut's supposed to be in this direction. It's supposed to go this way, but anyways, I'll fix that for him. And then I'll jack it up, loosen that, and then push this down, and then pop that screw. Slide out, and then this thing should drop. Okay, I got my jack there, and there shouldn't be any tension now. See, I can twist this off, twist this by hand. So there you go. And then now loosen the jack. This will come up, and the back will decompress. There you go, like that. And let's see if the back is loose. Nope. So at this time, usually if it doesn't really slide off, you could force it by pushing this down, just like that, and slide it out. It depends on what it is. Yeah, so this one goes right here. So look at the length. See, and the nut goes right here, and just like that. So see, you have that extra length, right? This is how it was before. See that extra length right there? And then the back is this shorter bolt, which is the one that was right here. See, big difference. The strut out, just push down, and yep, you see it. Just have to do some wiggle action. There you go. And it's out. There it is. Okay, so I have both sides out. The customer was running Koni yellows, shocks, or yeah, strut shock, whatever, and IBOC or EBOC or IBAC, whatever, lowering springs. So now we're going to replace it with BC Racing. So putting these in, there's a trick. You see, notice the shock of the strut, it's a little bit shorter, right? So yeah, I mean, doing this one person will be a little bit harder, but I am going to try. So basically, hold it, stick it in, line it up to the hole. On the top, I use that as a holding point right there. And then I go to the top and put one bolt in. If I could put both, I'll put both, but most of the time it's just one. Hand tying it. You don't have to tie it down right now, but you can if you want to. At this process, or this, at this time, I will put the other side in too as well, and then use the jack to raise up the control arms with the whole knuckle assembly up, and I line up the hole, line that up, and yeah, and then if you need to make any adjustments, you make it there. After everything's back in, it should look like this. I zip tie this just because I think well, it needs a special shorter 10mm bolt, and he never had it, so I just zip tied it down. And then these bolts are in the right direction, thread, and right there as well. Alright, now we're doing the front of the coilover install. I don't know if you can see it. Well, let me turn on the light. Alright, here's the light. Anyways, so what I gotta do here is to take this original, not original, but the strut that's on here off. I have to take off this tie rod end, these tools, and it goes right here, and then you just screw it on, and then it goes pop when you tighten it. You have to also take out this. This customer has a camber bolt in here. There's the bottom one right here. That's the original screw. Also, wow, this is a long ass 12mm bolt. I guess they lost it, so they replaced it with this. This is the brake line, and also the ABS line, which is a 10mm right here. Take that off, take that off, take this off, take that off, and then also the top hat. There's 3 bolts holding it down on the top, and once that is done, this thing should drop down, and then this thing should just pop out like that. And then when it does, the axle, sometimes it pops out, so what you gotta do, you gotta twist it back in. If it does, I'll show you how to do it. So I took off the screw. Now I'm just taking this off, so make sure you get it lined up, and then all you have to do is just pull or keep twisting, and then right there, I just felt it. It just went. There you go. See how it just fell off? That means there's no more tension, and just, yep, just like that. Okay, so sometimes you have this axle problem where the axle in the back it slides off, so you have to pop it back in. Well, here's my trick. This is on a 6-speed or manual transmission. So, but if you have an automatic, you have to put it in neutral and do the same thing, because you want this to spin freely. You grab here and you shake it like this, and then you twist, twist, twist. You put your hand on this position until you feel it go in, and then right there you twist, 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 and then it'll just go in like that. That's it. Alright, so just torque down the wheels, which is what I did earlier, and you're pretty much done. So this is a drop height. It should settle down a little bit more. Just so you know, this side is a little bit gappier, I guess I would say gappier. It has more gap in the rears, just because of one little issue that we have here. So like this one, see how the gap is really small? If you look closely, 245, 45, 17s. If you look at the other side, the tire is 245, 40, 17. So of course you're gonna have a gap difference. So yeah, I measured the coilovers, and they're both the same length. So, and the front is both the same length. So that means that I'm not gonna touch the coilovers just to adjust this so I can have the height. So I'm just let the customer know that to change out the tire, and the height on all 4 should be the same after that one's corrected. So here's a comparison chart that I pulled online. The stock tire on 16 inch is supposed to be 205 55 16s, and he went to 17, so you got 245 40 17s or 245 45 17s. So here's the picture and the comparison. 245 40 17 and 245 45 17. You can see how much difference in height through the pictures. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.